Hello and welcome to Barry's Basics, where our guides are straight to the point and strictly only the basics. In this guide, I will be going over the basics of the Tithe Farm minigame. As far as requirements go, you will need to have completed the Client of Corin quest, have 100% House Hosidius favor, and at least level 34 in the farming skill. Each type of seed you can use during this activity requires a different farming level, as shown in this chart. The type of seed you use only affects experience rates, and not the amount of reward points gained. As far as required items go, you will need a spade, a seed dibber, and 6 to 8 watering cans. It is also suggested to bring weight-reducing clothing, like the Graceful outfit, or energy-restoring consumables, like stamina potions. These aren't completely necessary, but will make the minigame much easier. As far as the location goes, you can enter the Tithe Farming minigame in the Hosidius portion of Corin, as indicated by the red circle on this map. Once you have entered the Tithe Farm minigame, you can quickly travel back to this location using the minigame teleport in the minigame menu. To begin the Tithe Farm minigame, grab some seeds appropriate for your level from the table in the entry area to the farm. After you have collected a stack of seeds, enter the door to the east. At this point, ensure your watering cans are filled and head to an empty farming plot. The barrels in this area can be used to refill your watering cans. Before planting your seeds, be aware that these types of plants grow very quickly and must be watered once during every growth stage to ensure they will survive. If not watered, your plants will die and will need to be cleared from the space. That being said, the point of this minigame is to grow your plants while ensuring that they survive to the point that they can be harvested. If not harvested in time, the plants can also die. Each growth stage lasts approximately 1 minute, including the time you have to harvest each plant once fully grown. In this guide, I will only be going over a beginner strategy that requires planting only 4 rows of seeds at a time. Once you've gotten practice, you can optionally plant more, but this is much harder to manage and you will have little to no room for error. Once you have filled your watering cans and have found 4 empty rows of farming plots, begin planting your seeds. I personally find it easiest to plant my seeds down one side and then back up the other, as shown here. The reason I use this pattern is so that when I'm done planting seeds or watering my plants, I end up back at the first plant I started with. That being said, after getting the basic concept of the minigame down, you may choose to use a different pattern. It is, however, important to remember the pattern you use when planting your seeds. The reason for this is that the first seed you've planted will be the closest to dying, and so on. After all of your seeds have been planted, begin watering them from the start of your pattern. Simply repeat these motions until your plants are ready to be harvested, and then harvest them in the same order you watered them. As a side note, if you are using the RuneLite client, the plants will show timers to indicate the time left to water or harvest them. Once you have harvested your plants, you can place them in one of the sacks in the area. As a side note, if you aren't using the Graceful outfit or energy restoring consumables, you can lower the number of plants you tend to 10 or less and use the fertilizer provided to you when entering the minigame to speed up the growth time of your plants. This strategy will allow you to stay in a more confined area and not use as much run energy. To obtain points from this activity, you must harvest more than 74 plants. After you deposit 74 plants, any number of plants placed in the collection sacks past this amount will provide 1 point per plant. If 100 plants are successfully harvested and deposited, you should receive 26 points per run. You can spend these reward points with farmer Grykoller in the entry area. These rewards include pieces of the farmer's outfit, which increase farming experience gained when worn, a seed box for storing seeds, an herb sack for storing herbs, and much more. This concludes the basics of the Tithe Farm minigame. If you are interested in more advanced strategies as well as more information on the Tithe Farm minigame, I've left a link to the official Old School RuneScape wiki page on the topic in the description of this video. If this guide helped you, please take the time to give this video a like. If you'd enjoy more videos similar to this one, you can subscribe to this channel for easy access to all current and future content provided. To be notified of future content from this channel, you can also left-click on the notification bell located next to the subscribe icon. Feel free to leave a comment to make a request for a guide similar to this one, and thank you for watching.